If you're trying to leash train your dog, I'm going to make a guess that you're paying a lot of attention to what happens while you're out on the walk, but that you're not paying enough attention to what happens before the walk. This is something that I've seen with countless clients, and it can have a huge impact on your leash training results. If you take a dog that's already bursting with energy, they're completely distracted, and they're absorbed in everything that's going on around them, and then you try to teach them to walk nicely on leash, you're basically training on hard mode. I strongly believe that successful leash training begins before you even clip on that leash. Hi, I'm Stephanie. I'm a professional dog trainer, and in this video, I want to teach you the 3 pre-walk exercises that I use with both my private clients and within my 6-week step-by-step leash training program. They only take a few minutes, but they can make every moment of your leash training more effective. Let's dive in. One of the most overlooked pieces of successful leash training is engagement. How focused, responsive, and interested in you your dog is. An engaged dog is much easier to train. If your dog seems to forget that you exist the moment you step outside, they're probably not very engaged with you. These 3 pre-walk exercises are designed to change that. The first 2 are more active and high energy, while the third one helps to transition your dog into a calmer, more focused state before actual leash training begins. The first exercise is...
prepare to be underwhelmed.
Yeah, it's play. I can almost feel some of you thinking, that's it? That's your big advice?
I'm truly underwhelmed.
But playing with your dog, particularly right before leash training, is really underrated for 3 main reasons. The first is that your dog might simply have too much pent-up energy for successful training. A lot of guardians that I work with are trying to teach calm leash walking while their dog is already overflowing with energy, excitement, and unmet needs. If movement feels really urgent and rewarding for your dog, then asking them to walk nicely with you is going to be a lot harder. Incorporating just a little bit of play before training is going to make a huge difference. The goal here is not to exhaust your dog. We simply want to take the edge off of their energy so that they're in a better state of mind to learn. The second reason is that playing with your dog teaches them that you are exciting and worth paying attention to. We need to remember that when we take our dogs out on walks, they're going into an environment filled with tons of interesting smells, sounds, people, animals, and much more.
This one is your favorite, isn't it? Get it! Get it!
Even a quick play session can help build engagement with you and help you compete with all of that. And just a quick side note that if you are constantly feeling like you are trying to compete with the environment when you're out leash training your dog, there's a good chance that your training is set up incorrectly. That is a whole video for another day and something that I cover extensively in my Stop Pulling program. And the third reason is that the right kind of play can actually help meet some of your dog's instinctive needs. As somebody with a high prey drive dog, I definitely know that animal chasing can contribute to leash tension. If chasing animals is one of your dog's biggest leash pulling triggers, then incorporating specific games and toys can give your dog an appropriate outlet for some of those predatory behaviors. I have a completely free guide explaining how I use play as part of my approach to dog prey drive training. I'm going to link that below, or if you comment "stop chasing," I'll send you the link directly. So how long should you play? Unlike the next 2 exercises, I don't really think there's a magic number for playing. For some dogs, a couple of minutes is going to be plenty, and others might need considerably longer. I'm looking for that little energy shift where the dog starts to slow down or they voluntarily take a break. But I'm going to give you a little bit of tough love here. If you have a very high energy dog and you're thinking, wow, so that's going to take forever, then you might have just identified one of the reasons that leash training has been so difficult. Different dogs have different exercise needs. If your dog is basically bursting at the seams before every walk, then meeting that exercise need is really going to help your training. We really do need to meet our dog's needs before asking them to meet ours. Now that we've taken the edge off some of your dog's energy, it's time to start building engagement more directly. Exercise 2 is the name game. This training exercise is one of my favorites, and it's something that I've mentioned on my channel numerous times. It's simple, it's fun, and it teaches your dog one of the most important skills that they can have on walks, choosing to pay attention to where you are. We're going to teach it in 2 phases. You should start somewhere that's relatively low distraction, such as your backyard, an empty field, or even a quiet parking lot after hours. You're going to need a lot of tiny treats for this, or you can even use your dog's kibble, a loaded marker word, check out this video if you don't know what that is, and a long line if you're not in a safely fenced area. So I just wanted to mention that as I was editing this video, I had a hard decision about whether to use the clips that you are ultimately going to see first. They are my very first session with Gus, and I think they are a beautiful example showing how long it takes him to engage with me, how long it takes him to come back to me, and kind of what your first session will likely look like with your dog. And I really wanted to show it to you so that you could see within a few sessions how dramatically different he is. However, the camera angles suck. I will actually even show you, it is recorded on my computer as, I think, bad angle in the title of it. So for the first clips of exercise 2 and 3, just be aware that the camera angle sucks, and I'm aware of it. All of the clips afterwards are going to be a lot more clear, where you can really see me and Gus at the same time. But I just thought there was a lot of value in showing this one still, so I wanted to keep it in. Phase 1 is all about building a really strong name response.
Mostly just using his kibble. Take 2 pieces. Drop in there first.
You're going to scatter a couple treats onto the ground for your dog to sniff out, and then move a few steps away while they're finding them.
Yes! Yes!
Once your dog has found the treats, then say their name. When they start moving towards you, mark that moment, and then reward them when they reach you. Then scatter another couple treats on the ground and repeat.
Gus! Yes!
You ready? Gus! Yes! Kit? Gus! Yes! He dropped a treat out of his mouth. This is real life. After a few repetitions of phase 1, you might start noticing something interesting.
Gus! Yes!
Before you even get a chance to say their name, they're already going to be coming back towards you.
Gus!
Yes! Okay, so because he's now starting to do it without me asking, I'm going to phase out the cueing. When that is happening consistently, you're ready for phase 2. In phase 2, we're going to keep everything the same except for one important change. We're going to remove the name cue completely. Still scatter the treats and move away, but then simply wait. When your dog chooses to turn and come towards you on their own, mark and reward. Now, we're no longer just practicing a response to their name, we're reinforcing that choice to reconnect with you. And that is where this exercise becomes particularly useful for leash training. Imagine you're out on a walk and your dog finds an interesting smell, but then afterwards they think, I should go find my person. And they automatically reorient with you. This game is basically offering your dog the opportunity to learn that skill on repeat. Every time they make that choice, you're strengthening the habit of voluntarily reconnecting with you after something else caught their attention. This game becomes a tool that you're going to use frequently.
Yes!
I suggest playing this game for about 2 to 5 minutes before your leash training sessions. And if you're following my full stop holding program, then you'll eventually use the same familiar pattern during your walks when your dog needs help re-engaging with you. Now, let's finish with our final really important warm-up exercise. Exercise 3 is capturing a default heel. This is one of my favorite ways to transition from active engagement games into actual leash training. And here's the best part. You're not going to ask your dog to do anything. Instead, we're simply going to notice and reinforce the behaviors that we like as they happen naturally. And this isn't really just an engagement warm-up for your dog. Honestly, it's one for you too. It really gets you in the habit of paying attention to those little moments of success, those little moments where your dog voluntarily does something that is desirable and that you want them to repeat. Now let's start with Gus's first session, so you can see the huge difference in how often he notices me and chooses to walk next to me compared to later sessions. For this exercise, you're again going to be in that low distraction setting. Just start walking around casually, letting your dog sniff and explore. Really importantly, don't ask your dog for anything. Just keep an eye on them as you walk around. The moment that your dog glances at you, mark it and let them come over to you to collect their reward. Then just continue walking. That's it.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Yes.
After a few repetitions, you're probably going to notice that your dog is starting to pay more and more attention to where you're going.
Yes.
After a while, they're even going to start choosing to walk next to you. Mark and reward that too.
Yes. Yes.
Now we're reinforcing two choices. One, choosing to engage with us, and two, choosing to walk next to us voluntarily.
Yes. 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 Yes.
We never had to tell our dog what to do or where to be.
Yes.
We simply started reinforcing the choices that we wanted them to make, and they started making them more often.
Yes.
This is the power of rewards-based training.
Yes. Yes.
I want you to notice how different your dog is from the dog that you started with. Rather than clipping a leash onto a dog that's bursting with energy and that honestly doesn't really care if you're even there, you've now spent a few minutes transitioning your dog into training mode.
Yes. So I'm actually going to try to distract him a little bit to see if he can follow back in line with me. Yes. 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 So this is the lovely part of this game, is that I haven't asked him for anything. He does not know how to heel, but if you watch, he voluntarily falls into place beside me because he's figuring out, yes, that's where the rewards happen.
Now you're ready to start leash training. If you want me to show you exactly what to do next, then Stop Pulling is my complete 6-week step-by-step leash training program. I'll show you exactly what to practice each week, how to set your dog up for success, and how to know when they're actually ready to progress. I've linked that program down below, or you can comment Stop Pulling and I'll send you the link directly. And please, if you do try these exercises and you notice a difference in your dog's leash walking afterwards, please come back to the comments and let me know. I can't even tell you how much it motivates me to make more tutorials if I know that these ones have been helpful. Happy training. I'll see you in the next video.